Good morning, students. In our earlier video, we already discussed different property of colloids. Today we will discuss about coagulation of a lyophilic sol, emulsions and colloid surrounding us and different application of colloids. Today we finish this chapter. So at first we take one by one. How can we coagulate of a lyophilic sol? Students, what do you mean by lyophilic sol? Lyophilic means liquid loving sols. It means those sols easily can prepare by simply mixing in a dispersed phase and dispersion medium. If that is evaporate, then further it can reconvert, means reversible sol. If the solvent means that is dispersion medium is water, that they are known as hydrophilic sol. Hydrophilic sol. These sols are comparatively stable. Lyophobic sol we already discussed by different methods, they easily can coagulate or precipitate. So there are two conditions for stability of a lyophilic sol. First one, charge on colloidal particle. Charge on dispersed particle. Dispersed particle. And second one, solvation. Students, if we add any small amount of electrolyte, then what happen? Because electrolyte have both type charge, positive and negative, and colloid have a single type, either positive or negative. So according to Hardy-Schulze rule, it is coagulating power of any oppositely charged ion is directly proportional to its fourth power of valency, so that lyophilic sol also coagulate by adding an electrolyte. If we add some different solvent, in hydrophilic sol if we add alcohol or acetone, then what happen? Dispersed phase particles are dehydrated, very small amount of electrolyte when we added, they are coagulate or precipitate out. So these are the two factors. By adding, if a different solvent like acetone and alcohol in water, then they are dehydrate and they precipitate out. So in this way we can coagulate the lyophilic sol also. Now we study the protection of a colloids. How can we protect of any colloids? The students, if two students are fighting to each other, quarrel between anything, so how can we stop their fighting? By a third person or by a teacher or a other fellow, there are peer group, they can stop that fighting. If a single person, that fighting stop by one person or more than one person, which is effective? A single person can stop their quarrel, that is more effective than 2, 3 or 5 people. So now we discussed another topic, that is gold number. Students, to explain gold number, we explain at first what is the gold number. We take in a test tube 10 ml gold sol. In like this, in test tube we take 10 ml gold sol. In this test tube we add by another test tube 1 ml. Only 1 ml sodium chloride, 1 ml sodium chloride, 10% aqueous solution. Students, in this 10 ml gold sol we add 1 ml sodium chloride as a electrolyte. This one acts as a electrolyte. And this one is a gold sol. So what will happen? this 1 ml sodium chloride have positive and negative charge, and gold sol we know negative charge. So the positively charged ion is coagulated and it is precipitate out. But we don't want to take precipitate. We want to save the colloids as usual. So what we'll do, because we mix a lyophilic sol in this, lyophilic sol. Either we mix starch, we already discussed starch, we can mix gum arabic, and we can mix gelatin. Students, these are some lyophilic sol example. We can mix in this solution. Then what happen? They protect, because surround the molecule like these are colloidal particle, and they make a like this protective layer, a sheath, protective cover surrounding the colloidal particle. So what will happen? Then the electrolyte cannot coagulate the gold sol. So it is protect for some time. So gold number is a measure, minimum amount of any lyophilic sol, minimum amount of any lyophilic sol in milligram, that required to protect coagulation or precipitation in when 10 ml gold sol adding 1 ml sodium chloride 10% aqueous solution. That minimum amount known as gold number. Lower the amount, that is more protecting power. Starch we needed for this protection required at least 20 to 25 milligram. So starch gold number is 20 to 25. Gum, that is 0.15 to 0.25 milligram. And this gelatin required 0.005 to 0.01 milligram. Students, these are gold number. So lower the amount, more the protecting power. Another, we can add hemoglobin also in this. Hemoglobin we know that is blood. Their protecting power also 0.03 to 0.07 milligram. So students, this is gold number. This milligram, I can explain again. What is gold number? Amount of lyophilic sol in milligram to protect coagulation when we add 1 ml 10% sodium chloride aqueous solution in 10 ml gold sol. That minimum amount in milligram known as gold number. Lower the amount, more the protecting power. We can say starch gold number is 20 to 25. That is, there is no unit on this gold number. And gelatin have more protecting power because it's required very lesser amount. So lower the value, more the protecting power. How can it protect? They protect by covering the colloidal particle surround the lyophilic sol by a solvent that known as solvation, covering a sheath. For example, if two students are fight, then how can we stop their fighting? By covering, surrounding that students by other students, or by another method, by any difference. If you have other techniques, then you also can stop their fighting in a similar way, because this electrolyte want to coagulate, it is settled down, and we want to protect. So that known as protection of colloids, and lyophilic sol act as a protecting colloids. So generally we need to protection of the colloids that represent by a unit, that is gold number. And sometimes ask in practicals what is gold number. The minimum amount of, again I explain, minimum amount of a lyophilic salt in milligram to protect 10 ml gold salt by adding 1 ml sodium chloride 10% aqueous solution. That amount of in milligram known as gold number. Lower the value, more protecting power. Higher the value, lesser protecting power. So students, this one is gold number, not given in your NCERT book, but in practicals many times asked by the practical examiner, what is the gold number? You should remember the definition. Students, our new topic is emulsion. You know, in 9th class already discussed, when dispersed phase and dispersing medium both are liquid state, that type collide known as emulsion. It means finely divided particle dispersed in a dispersing medium and both are liquids. This type collides is very important in our daily life. The emulsions we can again further divide into types: oil in water and water in oil type emulsion. Students, now I explain a activity and showing you two type different emulsions. Now I am showing you oil in water. So water as I am taking as dispersion medium. Water is more amount, and this, you know, mustard oil. When I mix this small amount of mustard oil in this water, so what happen? This oil is not mixed in this. Why? Because this one is a immiscible liquids, immiscible liquid. But if I dispersed in like this, then what happen? Slightly it mix. For remaining suspended the particle inside this oil in water, then we need some stabilizing agent. I have to mix in this protein, starch or gum like lyophilic salt. Other one I can mix soap and synthetic detergents also. That substance known as emulsifying agent. Friends, if we don't remove, then what happen? There is separate layer, immiscible layer. So its need for stability, we required emulsifying agent like soaps and synthetic detergent. Why? Because soaps and synthetic detergents have two portions, that is like this, a large hydrophobic chain like, and that side is a hydrophilic portion. We already discussed in the soap. So this portion is head and this tail. So hydrophobic and hydrophilic, easily soluble, because oil, you know, this portion soluble in oil and this portion soluble in water. Hydrophobic end, hydrophobic end, and this hydrophilic. So stability for this colloidal salt, we need some stabilizing agent, that are emulsifying agent, soaps and detergent, proteins, gums, starch, that are also a stabilizing agents. If we mix, then they are separate layer. And another types colloids, how can I make? Water in oil. Now I am take oil in larger amount like this. This I take oil, and small amount means dispersion medium also, that is oil, and dispersed phase is water. I take small amount of water in this. Then what you can see, that is, it appears like only appears oil, but water droplets also mix in this. So when we compare the two colloids different, students, you can see the globules. If I mix some soaps and detergents in this, now I mix some soap particles. When I mix some soap particles, then what you will see in this, because soap have two portions, both hydrophilic and hydrophobic. So this oil is mixed in this. That one is colloids. Now it is emulsion, oil in water, because soap particle have both the end, hydrophilic as well as hydrophobic, and there is no separate layer. Now we can see that it is mixed. So that are stabilizing agent. In similar way, I can mix in this, that is water in oil. In that oil, water is lesser amount, and if I mix again in this soap, for this required higher fatty acids or long chain alcohol like lauryl alcohol, and we can also mix a soap. So students, you can see the difference after mixing of the soap, that is the oil in water. It appears like bluish background, and this water in oil appears like yellowish background, and the water particles are blue particles. If we observe by the microscope, easily can mix, and in this, that are oil droplets present in the water. Another differentiate, how can we separate which one is oil in water or water in oil? So that technique known as dilution. Students, if I mix in this more amount of water, then you can see there is no effect, means it is further dilute, no separate layer formation. But in water in oil, when I mix, then slightly it's difference because there is a layer formation. But in this, I already mixed, that is stabilizing agent, so slightly is more differ. But water lower side, oil is upper side, so separate layer if water in oil then. So this one is the main difference. And in daily life, what are the example? Oil in water example is milk. We know in that milk, oil means fats are lesser amount and water is more amount. So milk is an example of a colloids, and vanishing cream also an example. Other one, this water in oil example is butter. Our butter, in this what happen, that is oil is more than water. So butter is an example of water in oil, butter and normal cream. Emulsions example of water in oil and oil in water. So first one, oil in water, I explain here this example like this. Background is bluish color in this oil in water because water is more amount. So background is bluish color, and example is, the main example is milk and vanishing cream like Ponds that use for using our face in winter season. And other one is, other colloid is water in oil. So water in oil, background it appears yellowish color because oil is more amount in this. And both the stabilizing, this example, the example of water in oil is butter and normal cream. That are also used water in oil. Even in your NCERT book, you can study more about the different examples. Another difference is we use some emulsifying agent for stabilizing that substance. Generally that emulsifying agents are soaps and detergents. Other examples are proteins, gums, gelatins, long chain fatty acids and alcohol. So long chain fatty acid and alcohol, we use water in oil, that are emulsifying agent. And gum, gelatin, starch we use in oil in water, proteins for that. But we can use both soaps and synthetic detergents, that are emulsifying agents. So the emulsifying agent easily hold to both because that agent have both the part, hydrophobic as well as hydrophilic. But if we stop for a long time, further heating or by cooling or by centrifugation, the emulsion can separate out different layer formation. What happens, students? When we heat the milk, then what happens? That fat comes, oil comes on the upper surface and the water remaining lower side, means separate layer formation. If we placed milk in fridge, then what happens? We get a fat layer above on the milk and water lower side. And in similar way, centrifugation, then oil particles are lesser density, so they floats over, and higher density particle settle down. So in similar way, the person easily can remove cream from milk because they use that centrifugation techniques. These emulsions show all the property: Tyndall effect, scattering of light, Brownian moment, those property also showing by that emulsion. So these are the emulsions and very useful in our daily life. Now we study some example of colloids in our surrounding area. Daily we take the milk, that we take food, our clothes, furnitures, cements, our building, all things are included in colloids. So now we take different examples one by one. Students, colloid around us, surroundings, there are different types of colloid particles available in our daily life. We take one by one. First one, blue color of the sky and water. Students, when we observe the color of sky, it appears blue. The reason behind this, in our atmosphere, in surrounding, there are dust particles, smoke particles, and the range in colloidal range. So when we observe, they scatter blue color. So the color of sky appears blue. And in water also, that are colloidal particles. When the lights flash, the scattering of the light, bluish color. The reason behind that is colloidal particles, scattering of light. Another example is fog, mist and rain. In winter season, then morning students, we see that dense area in that there are fogs. What happen? Because moisture available, that liquid disperse in air. That example of aerosol. We already discussed aerosol, a type of colloids. When liquid dispersed in a dispersing medium is a gaseous state. So the liquid droplets are condensed and they are settled down on the dust particles. So they appears like fog. Mist means when an industry release out that gas and they also condense that, so mist. And other one, when we spray any insecticides on the surrounding area, then what happen? The insecticides is liquid state and that spraying in a gaseous state. So that liquid state sprayed in gas, that also exists as a mist. So they destroy the microbes. Other one is rain. Students, cloud formation. What are the cloud state? It means the water droplets spread in a dispersion medium, that is gaseous state. Small water molecule aggregate, they form like clouds, and when they are further heavier, more further molecule, then they are larger size. And they have, we know that is colloidal soul. They have a single type charge, either positive or negative. If two oppositely charged clouds strike to each other, then they are precipitate out, coagulation, and that due to that rain occurs. Two oppositely charged collide when strikes, when they mix, then. Sometimes we can place, if we spray any electrolyte on clouds by the aeroplane or helicopter plane, then what happen? They are coagulation occurs. So we can say, we can apply artificial rain. Students, you know, in Beijing Olympic 2008, China spray the electrolyte on the clouds like silver chloride and other salts, sodium chloride they can spray. So what happen? We can apply a artificial rain to clear the atmosphere near surrounding the Beijing. There is Olympic will held. So we can apply artificial rain by spraying any electrolytes. Other one, food articles. We take milk, halwa, butter, ice cream and other items also includes in colloids we take every day in our daily life. That we eat ice cream also a colloids. Other one, most example is blood. You know, in our blood is a hemoglobin, that is a positive charge soul. And what happen when a person is shaving and cuts? Then what happen? The barber use a chemical that is alum or ferric chloride sol. That alum, what happen in that alum? We know alum is a potassium sulfate, aluminum sulfate. So blood have positive sol. Blood is a positive sol. Ferric ion adsorb on that surface, and alum is potash alum, potassium sulfate, aluminum sulfate. We know this formula already, 24H2. When the salt dissociate, then it's release what type ion? This release positive and negative ion, potassium ion and aluminum ion. These two type positive ion, and third ion is release sulfate ion. So, but blood have positive sol. So the sulfate ion coagulate. So the releasing blood is release of our body is stopped when any cut and we apply any salt or alum or ferric chloride sol. Then the blood releasing of because it's blood clotting formation due to Hardy-Schulze rule. Sometimes the question comes, why they apply alum when a person cut or during shaving? So they use for other property also. It is antiseptic and it's destroy the microbes, and the blood if we release from our body or capillary, so that are harmful. So we use this coagulation. So as a chemistry behind this, these salts are coagulate, and according to Hardy-Schulze rule, oppositely charged, fourth power of valency. Other one is student soil. In that upper soil, that is a very fertile soil, and we grow different crops in our fields. So students, near a tree, under a tree, there is more humus. The reason behind, because organic matter present on that soil, so the more plant, more grass is grown. But that is another humus. This humus is a protective colloids, like the water molecules, and it's required for growth of the plants. So that also a colloids. Humus is a protective colloids present in our soil. What happen? In that area there is no rain occurs, then the lot of hot vapors like release out from the earth. That are the humus. So that also a colloids. Another one, very important terms, formation of a delta. When our Ganga river, Brahmaputra river mix near the sea, marine sea, then what happen? They take lot of the mud particles, clay particles, soil particles, and they are colloidal soil. And colloid they have, we know, either type positive charge or negative charge. And in sea water, all type salts, marine salts, salty lakes, so there is available everything, sodium chloride, potassium, magnesium, all the salts. So due to they again coagulation occurs. Due to coagulation, the sand particle have charge, so they are precipitate out. So the river make delta near our coastal area. In Brahmaputra delta, Ganga basin delta, we know that is when they mix near the West Bengal, near Kolkata, they make delta. So that we have to remove that delta. If we don't remove, then the ships can't come at the coastal area, so our transportation is reduced. So we a lot of work to remove that air, that soil particles from that delta. And the path of the river also changed. Due to path of river change, then those person remaining near the area, that also have to shift from that area. And when the movement of any river, and between the river we can see there is a formation of a like a delta, means soil, because when it is settled down, that it's remaining increase size, increase also. So near the marine particles, because river takes the particles, and when it mix near sea, so there is a electrolyte, that coagulation occurs. So all these factors, that is, we can observe in a daily life. Other one examples are cement. Cement is also a colloidal sol, and different property. We explain the different in industry how can be use of the colloids. Now students, we explain industrial application of different colloids. By that colloid we can stop the pollution, the polluted gas, unburnt carbon released from factories. A scientist Cottrell used a precipitator that known as Cottrell smoke precipitator. On that Cottrell smoke precipitator, he fit above on an industry on a chimney, a electrode. That electrode connected through a high voltage wire, but that needed more than 30,000 volts current. So we know the polluted particle means carbon particle have either type charge, positive or negative. So we fit on electrode that charge, the particles when move, they are strikes on that electrode and they are coagulated it. So carbon particle are precipitate out as a S. That is we can use for making filter ink and printer ink, other work also, making charcoal also. So then the gas released from the industry free from carbon. So that known as Cottrell smoke precipitator used for on that industry, but this one is disadvantage of this precipitator is it's required very high voltage, high amount of current. A general person can't stop that pollution. In these days, students, you can see in our houses there is a chimney, artificial chimney made. On that also the gas is released in surrounding also, upper side. But if we placed on electrode on that and that connected by high voltage, that is not possible for a general man. But in industry we can apply this process and we can reduce the pollution because carbon particle, unburnt carbon particles are settled down. So this one is an industrial application. By we can reduce the pollution. Next application of colloids is purification of drinking water. Students, we take the drinking water because water move from other area in the rivers, and at first we storage and then we pass in a loaded tank and then further supply into homes. So in this the water molecule have many suspended impurity. So that suspended impurity how can we remove? At first we storage, then sedimation, because the particles are suspension particle are settled down, but colloids particle, if the impurity remaining as a colloid, they can't precipitate out. So that water we mix alum, potash alum, potassium permanganate. That alum we know again Hardy-Schulze rule. The suspended particle are settled down at the bottom for if in a separate tank, and then further by using chlorination or by using bleaching powder, that water we can use for drinking purpose. So we can apply the knowledge of colloids, how can we precipitate out, that is coagulation. So that way we can separate drinking water. Other one, students, medicines. In our medicines, almost all medicines are in colloidal form. Generally that we use for eye lotion, argyrosol, a chemical of silver sol we use for clean our eyes. Another a disease, kala jar, that is to remove, to cure that disease. Other one, milk of magnesia, or gold sol injection by as an intramuscular injection to remove disorder of stomach, different medicines. We earlier discussed the colloidal particle have enormous surface area, because the colloidal particle size is smaller, so their surface area increase. The medicine easily assimilated and the person easily cured. So in medicine area also the colloids, normally medicines in colloidal form. Furthermore, one more application is tanning. You know, students, tanning industry, animal hide, our skin of any animal have any type of charge, colloidal sol. So that colloids is positively sol, and we use a chemical that is tanning. Tanning is a negative. To oppositely charged, if we apply it, then coagulation. So due to that tanning, the hardening of leather is formed. So that leather we can use for making different soles, shoes, and different articles of leather. We can use chromium salts also for this. Chromium salts for different colors. So to provide different colors on animal hides, we use for coagulation techniques. So these are some industrial application of colloids. Now we further explain cleansing action of soap and detergents. We already discussed cleansing action of soap and detergents because soap and detergents, when the molecules are aggregate, they form micelles or associate colloids. So they to remove the grease, oil and fats from our body for washing soap, bathing soap, and for clean our cloth and utensil for different types of soaps and detergents. Next application of colloids is photographic film and plates. Students, we know that photographic plate, a chemical we used for making different type photography. Earlier we used black and white photography. Nowadays we take digital photo, that is slightly different. But earlier photography like black and white, they use a chemical that is silver bromide. That silver bromide in colloidal form, when sunlight strikes on that, then photochemical decomposition reaction occurs, and that a particular image is captured on that. Then we use a chemical that is hyposolution to remove unreacted hyposolution. That hyposolutions, no, sodium thiosulfate. Sodium thiosulfate. This hyposolution name is sodium thiosulfate. That one formula Na2S2O3. This one is a thiosulfate. Thiosulfate, how can we write? You know, students, this one is a sulfate formula like this. That is sulfate SO4. We can represent sulfate in this way. In similar way, if we remove one oxygen by sulfur, that is thiosulfate. If you write here by one oxygen by any sulfur, then like this, this one is a thiosulfate charge. You can make different types of formula due to because there is resonance earlier discussed. So this one is thiosulfate S2O3 minus 2. So this molecule to remove unreacted chemical from the film or plate, that known as washing of the plate, and it's applied in a dark room. So in photographic industry and films, we use also a colloidal sol, and to unreacted molecule we can remove by hyposolution, that is sodium thiosulfate. And this thiosulfate we will study in that p block element in detail, how can their shape or size. This one is sulfate is a oxo acid. So another one, main application in rubber industry. Students, from a rubber tree, you have seen in different films or that area that is on our Kerala and near coastal area, there are rubber trees. On rubber tree, they make a cut, like suppose this one is a rubber tree, so that we make a cut and they bound a like on that tree a simple like our narikel cover, they are bind, and a other small plastic bottle. Due to then the latex, the rubber latex is collected, that is also a colloidal mix and large, and then when they heat, they convert into that is a solid hard mass, that is coagulation by mixing some substance. If they mix some sulfur, that is vulcanized rubber, and we mix another some substance, then their strength is increased, durability increase. So use in rubber industry latex, that also a colloidal sol. Other one is different industrial products. Different industry like paints we use in our daily life, that is different types, Asian paints, enamel paints, they are in colloidal form. Ink, that inks we use in our printers, in our photostat machines, we use a lot of ink, that in also colloidal form, and that ink we can remove that precipitated ash because carbon, unburnt carbon we use for making that inks. Synthetic plastic, different polymers we are making by the plastic product in these days, they are also in colloidal sol, but when we heated, they convert into solid mass. Students, how can we make gloves? In these days, in corona time, we use, all the persons are wearing gloves. So they take any metal, and metal, if they are charged, so that metal dipped in a latex or a rubber solution. So what happen? Rubber have a colloidal, that is charged, negatively charged, and metal when we pass current, so there is coagulation. So metal like finger, they make a metal like finger, so dipped on that solution, so coagulation, then remove out. So in this way, that is gloves formation. In these days, industries, every day we prepare millions of gloves in our, for use of the corona warriors, doctors, nurse, and hospitals and general men also wear. Synthetic plastic, rubber, cement. In our industry, you know, cement also a very fine particle suspended, and that in also colloidal form. Graphite lubricants, when the dry lubricant we want to make, that we use graphite. Graphite also fine particle, layer structure, hexagonal, you already discussed in 10th class, the graphite have layer structure. Due to layer structure, the molecules, every carbon attached to 3 other carbon only in hexagonal form, this like graphite structure. We already discussed in 10th class, every carbon attached to 3 other carbon. So due to that carbon, it's have layer structure. So this one is a layer and every carbon free, so they slip to each other. So mobile layer and graphite act as a lubricant. That also convert into, that is a colloid application of colloids. Students, now we summarize difference today what we study. In that first we study how can coagulate lyophilic sol if we remove charge and solvation. Then by adding small amount, the lyophilic sol also coagulate. Further we study protection of colloids, gold number, the minimum amount of a lyophilic sol to protect coagulation of 10 ml gold sol by adding 1 ml 10% sodium chloride aqueous solution. Lower the amount in milligram is lower gold number, that is more protecting power. The gelatin have more protecting power than starch. Starch needed more amount, 20 to 25 milligram, and gelatin 0.005 to 0.01. Earlier we studied. Now further we explain what are emulsion. Emulsion again two types, liquid dispersion, when disperse phase and dispersing medium both are liquid. We can say liquid system is a emulsion, but in these two types, water in oil and oil in water. So milk and butter, different examples, and we can easily identify they required emulsifying agent like soaps and detergents, proteins, gums, gelatins, synthetic natural rubbers, and others also act as some emulsifying agent if you mix to have different parts. So soap and detergents are emulsifying agents. Other in our daily life we study oils, different parameters. So students, very important the colloids, you make short notes, and many times a very simple question comes when a river meet near the sea water, marine water, why delta formation? A chemical we used in our eye lotion that are used, argyrosol, silver sol. Very simple. A person have, after shaving, why they use alum or potash alum? When a person cut, after cut, why they use the salts? So these are the all application of colloids you learn, and in this way we finish the whole chapter. in this chapter, adsorption, catalysis and colloids, these three different topics, and this chapter at least 4 marks. You get 4 marks in this chapter if you study thoroughly. If you have any query, then write in comment box and we will discuss in next video. Like and subscribe and share the needy students. If you study thoroughly in NCERT book or from different reference book, so definitely you will understand the concept. Thank you. Have a nice day.